Hey, what's up guys? Today, let's talk about 10 of my favorite drummers on Instagram. They're people that you might have heard of before, you might not have. Some of them are kind of middle of the road, 30 to 50,000 Instagram followers. Some of them are getting a little closer to 100,000, and rightfully so, they're amazing. I really think you should check them out. Every time I go on Instagram, these are the first people that I always go to see what's happening. When they come up in my feed, I'm like hitting save to collection, you know? By the way, if you don't have different categories for collections, like I've got one about drum lessons, a collection of drum fills, collection of drum grooves, collection of performances. I just save videos as I see them. That way I don't forget about them, because I feel like with Instagram, there's so much coming at you all the time. It's like, how do you even remember what you saw? So these are 10 people I highly recommend you check out on Instagram. Honestly, if you just go to it and you get some inspiration, you know, find a new fill that you like, find a new drummer that you like, and then when you're sitting behind the kit, you've got like something to reference. Especially these days when we're all stuck inside with quarantine, we're not getting to go to shows, we're not getting to hang out with our drummer friends. Instagram's a good way to keep in touch and see what people are doing, see what people are getting up to, how they're being creative in this time. So the first drummer you got to check out is this guy, Brody Simpson. He's from Australia. I think he's based in Perth. He is a session drummer, owner, producer, engineer. He uses A&F drums. If you haven't seen A&F drums before, they're these like beautiful metal creations. I think they're from Texas. I think it's Austin. His drums sound incredible. This guy's a really, really amazing drummer. Killer pocket, like he just fits right in the pocket. He also records his drums and mixes them really nicely. He always says when he posts something, wear headphones, because honestly, you put on the headphones, you're like, oh my God, this bass drum is the beefiest thing I've ever heard. He'll have a snare drum and a snare drum instead of a rack tom, and he gets like two tones going at the same time. You gotta check him out. For the groove, for the playing, for the recording. I mean, honestly, just to look at those drums are beautiful. Yeah, I like his angle, I like his videos. Totally inspired by this guy. Puts out some really good stuff. And he's only got 37,000 Instagram followers, so unless you're one of those 30,000 people, you should definitely start following this guy. All right, next up, Marito Marques. Go check him out. He's only got 17,000 followers on Instagram. This guy blows my mind. He's from Portugal and he moved to Toronto and just dominated the Toronto scene. He is a crazy good player. He's got a really good feel. He's built a studio in his house. He records tracks for people all over the world. He does a lot of world music. He's one of those drummers that has not just his drum set and like his cymbals and his textures that we're all used to, but he also plays kalimba, aux instruments, you know, bells, cajon, anything you can think of percussion-wise, this guy can play it, and he incorporates it into his playing, into his recording, into his sound. It's pretty unreal. He's inspiring. Also, he posts stories all the time about what he's recording and how he's recording it, what mics he uses. I think I just really like drummers who record well, because it's nice to be inspired and try to figure out how I can make my drums sound a little closer to theirs. Honestly, just listen to that playing. He's so good. Right in the pocket. All right, next up, number 3, David Kola. This guy's got 55,000 Instagram followers. I think he's got close to 40,000 YouTube subscribers. He posts kick-ass videos of him playing. He does covers, he does lessons. His stuff is awesome. His videos are all very consistent, really cool playing, and he does covers of everything, like stuff from Mike Snow to Thawer. If you don't know Thawer, LA duo with Lewis Cole, out of this world. But David Kola, he's a drummer, vlogger like myself, and when I went to NAMM, I met him. I bumped into him, I think it was like the Drumeo section. He was so nice. I just said to him, I was like, hey man, checked out your videos, love what you're doing, and he was super chill. It took a bunch of time, talked to me, saw that I had a camera. He was in my vlog.
Oh, David, you've been watching your vlogs, man.
Dude, thanks a ton, man.
That stuff's awesome.
Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging. Look,
hey.
we got David Kola.
Hey, what's up?
I was watching his vlog for inspiration for my vlog. Dude, now, live in person.
He's really cool. You gotta check him out. Number 4, Baglio. He's got like 31,000 Instagram followers. He's a session drummer out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Nick is a kick-ass drummer. He does performances with DJs. He plays with a bunch of different bands as a session guy, touring drummer, recording. The videos that he puts out are usually performance videos, usually him actually playing. and the dude's got chops. He's totally got chops, and he's got a really great pocket. I haven't met him, but we kind of have like an Instagram friendship going on. I'm sure you guys have some people that you're following on Instagram. You respond to each other, and there's almost this knowledge of each other that is kind of fun, because maybe one day I'll meet him at like NAMM or something, or at some festival, and we'll be like old pals catching up. But yeah, he's a wicked drummer. You got to check out Nick. Number 5 is Sarah Thawer. Toronto based. She's such an awesome person. I remember a few years ago, she was going out to all these jams and just playing all over the place, and it happened like that. All of a sudden, she went from being like a drummer who just finished university, she hit the scene, and everybody was calling her. It was like, Sarah, can you come play? Can you come play? And now she's with Zildjian, she's with Yamaha. I think Yamaha was the first company that she started working with. She posts these awesome videos of her just playing, practicing. She's got a lot of great ideas. I feel like whenever I look at Sarah's videos, I never know what to expect, because some people, you go to their account and you see a video and you're like, all right, this person's gonna play this type of backbeat or like this type of fill. You go to Sarah's account and she plays a different fill, a different solo, a different groove all the time. And I don't know where she gets her inspiration from. Honestly, it's like she'll be playing something in 3 or something in 7 or something in 9. Killer player. She's getting up there. I think she's got nearly 100,000 Instagram followers. She's 94.3 thousand Instagram followers. So you might have heard of Sarah, also because she's all over the internet and everybody knows who she is. But if you're not following her yet, if you're not one of those 94,000 people, you gotta start following Sarah. Okay, number 6 is David Frank. David Frank drums on Instagram. David Frank is somebody you might not have heard of, so you gotta check out David Frank. He did a series of videos with Drumeo, I think it was last year, must have been last year, and they're fire. This guy just like goes in so hard. He's got great ideas, great licks. Also, he can play like 100 miles a minute. I don't know how he moves so fast, but his sticks are like flying around the kit. He's another guy that when I went to NAMM this year, I met him, and just such a chill guy. Yo, this is David Frank on drums. How's it going? This guy's sick. He did a Drumeo video recently. So easygoing, like so nice, so humble. Even though he's a crazy good player and everybody knows it. He was just kind of like floating around, and I remember he said to me, he's like, yeah, Drumeo's here, and I might just go hop over and play on the kit. They were saying like they might want to do a video. Next thing I know, I walk past Drumeo, and there's David Frank just like going in, making this little kit that they had there sound huge. It sounded like John Bonham's kit. I don't know, this guy can make anything just so powerful. Number 7. Okay, this guy, Jeff Randall. On Instagram, Jeff Randall Music. I don't know how many he's got. He must have like 30, 40,000, 38,000 Instagram followers. He posts these videos, beautiful videos, by the way. I don't know how he does it. It looks like he's in a giant empty warehouse and the drums are just perfectly lit up. You know, it's like, wow, drums. But yeah, he's super consistent. He posts these videos. It's like the same angle. That's something I like about certain drummers, and what I'm trying to work on myself is seeing videos that are consistent. Like Sarah, you always see the same frame. Jeff Randall, you always see the same frame. Sometimes it's cool to have it switched up, but also I like the consistency. It's awesome to see those same angles and like kind of have a feel for who Jeff Randall is. Jeff is a Nashville drummer, and he posts videos of him playing certain grooves, certain songs, certain fills. It's informative, but less so in such an instructional way. He's not always like, hey guys, this is how you play this fill. But he'll post a video where it's like him playing certain fills and just repeating them. You get to kind of see the sticking of it based on the angle that he's got from like the snare side. Also, he's just got a killer pocket, killer feel, like watching him dig into the drums and just, you know, there's that energy. Again, when I go to Instagram, something I just want is I just want to be inspired. So this is just somebody that I check out because it's inspiring. Numero 8, Ocho. Ocho? In Russian, it's Vosium. Estepario Siberiano. On Instagram, he goes by Estepario Siberiano. He's 23. He says in his bio that he's self-taught, which, if that's true, When all this quarantine stuff started happening around like, I don't know, I think it was like March 16th, I got back from Australia. I was in lockdown mode, quarantined for 14 days, and I'm cruising Instagram literally like 2 hours a day, checking out what are people doing, what are these drummers posting, what am I gonna do? I came across this guy's account and I think he only had like 30,000 Instagram followers. 2 months later and he's got nearly 100,000. I think he's at like 98,000. And his YouTube, he had like 5,000 subscribers. His videos were getting like 400 views. Now he's got like 40,000 YouTube subscribers. This guy is on the up and up. Check him out. Chop Central. He also does like a lot of really crazy fast stuff between the floor tom and his bass drum. He's got some cool videos where like he puts his floor tom right in front of him and he's like doing single kick, single kick, single kick, single kick, and then just starts doing it full speed, and you're watching kind of like, wait, is this guy playing on a floor tom and a bass drum? Or does he have like 4 feet and a bass drum on each foot in front of him? Crazy. When he posts, he puts up drum covers, he puts up like chops, he breaks it down, he shows you the sticking. So his account is really good if you're looking for a lot of content that you can learn from. If you're at home and you're kind of cruising so that you can find certain fills or certain chops that you can practice. Okay, number 9, second last, Mike Mitchell. On Instagram, he goes by Black Dynamite, BLAQUE Dynamite. He's got like 44,000 Instagram followers. This is why you need to check him out. He is changing drumming. I know that sounds like super broad, super general, and you're probably like, okay, John, lots of people are changing drumming. This guy makes super imposition. He makes like time feel changes. He makes it all sound like part of the groove. He's somebody that I feel like he can play any chop. The way that he just floats in between playing backbeat and then playing fills, honestly, his Instagram account doesn't even touch his playing live. I saw him in LA after NAMM. I went to this like late night jam. Chris Dave showed up and was just like chilling, watching this guy play. Mind blowing. And he's got like a cymbal stack. I think it's called a slap stack. Somebody's gonna correct me. He would play 2 and 4, and in between playing 2 and 4 on that slap stack, he'd be like filling with super impositions I've never even imagined, never even thought were possible. And so fluid, so fast. Yeah, definitely check him out. All right, number 10. This guy's name is Greyson, I'm gonna screw it up, Nekrutman. Don't know how to say his last name. So I just stumbled across this guy on Instagram 2 weeks ago. He plays all types of drumming. Specifically, he's a really great jazz drummer. He'll post stuff like this thing. A mallet drum solo with a GoPro. The stuff that he does, like at one point, it just looks like he puts a drumstick in his mouth or the mallet in his mouth and just starts playing with his hand. He puts so much energy into the drums. It's like just watching raw talent. And the videos that he posts are like, I don't know how to put it. It's like the same type of thing that I was saying about David Frank, where you check out his videos and you just kind of feel this like fire. You feel this passion that he's putting into his drumming, and you walk away and just feel better after watching it. So yeah, just follow Grayson and check out all of his videos. Okay, so that's all 10 drummers. I'm gonna list them. So we've got Brody Simpson, Marito Marques, David Kola, Sarah Thawer, David Frank, Estepario Siberiano, Nick Baglio, Mike Mitchell, Jeff Randall, and Greyson Nekrutman. Check these drummers out. You won't regret it. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my YouTube page. I've got some lessons, some drum covers. Check out my Instagram, Jon Foster Drummer. Would love for you guys to see what I'm doing.